Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Summer, and I'm an admissions counselor at Quest University, Canada. This photo is of our campus, and as you can see, we're right next to Garibaldi National Park in Squamish, British Columbia. One of the pieces I would really love to highlight to you about Quest's curriculum is that we're on the block plan. So the block plan is where you take one class per month. Each class is going to be 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And my favorite part about the block plan is that students are able to immerse themselves into the class entirely. So they don't have to juggle different homework deadlines for different classes. They can just focus on one class at a time and dive as deep as possible into the subject material. This photo is from an experiential learning course that we have where students are actually able to travel to Antarctica for the month. And one of the beautiful things about the block plan is that students don't have to worry about missing homework back on campus or missing a class for another course when they go on field courses. This class was studying science communication, so they were working a lot with photography, videography, and the written word. And they were able to just spend a month in Antarctica exploring and learning. The second piece I would love to highlight for you today is that at Quest, instead of declaring a major, each of our students declares an interdisciplinary research question. So in this slide, we can see the different circles representing different disciplines. You can see at the intersections of these disciplines are opportunities for students to ask their questions. So we can take this example on the slide. What is coherent design? This question lies at the intersection between mathematics, arts and humanities, and physical sciences. And the beautiful thing is that students get to actually declare their question and build a schedule based around that question. So students get to pick and choose classes from lots of different disciplines as they pursue their focus. This is Tala. Tala graduated in 2019 and now actually works as an animator at the New York Times. She was able to pursue her question, how can we better communicate science, through the lenses of sociology, visual arts, and media studies. So through the project-based curriculum, Tala was able to build a portfolio that enabled her to go on to an organization like the New York Times. So how do we apply to Quest? Quest is on the Common application, and you can also access the application on our website. The Quest application is holistic, so we're really looking for students' unique voices. We interview each student who applies. All we require for the application is going to be a transcript and 2 essays. Once we have those materials, we'll reach out to you for an interview. And then you just have to wait to receive your decision. Now we have our tuition and fees on this slide. So the 2020-21 tuition is 35,000 Canadian dollars, and then you can see the room and board listed below. A point to note is that these are in Canadian dollars, so it's important to convert these into US dollars and look at those numbers. There will be a lower number for students in the US. And then I'd also like to add that most of our students do receive financial aid. So for students applying on the Common app, if you're applying for financial aid, you'll actually get an email that redirects you to Quest's website where you'll be able to fill out that application. And it's very quick. It's just checking a couple boxes and providing some financial information. Yeah, and then those are important pieces that I think are relevant to this presentation, but if you do have any more questions, feel free to go to Quest's website or just send me an email. I really love connecting with students and learning what they're interested in. And as an alumni myself, I do just really like to hear what kind of what kind of experiences students want to create. And yeah, feel free to reach out to Quest if you have any questions.
Great, thank you so much, Summer. Next up is the University of British Columbia.
Thank you, Earl. Just give me 1 sec so that I can share my screen with you all. And there we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. So my name is Shajida Hussain, and I'm an international recruiter and advisor with the University of British Columbia. So I assist international students to find out more about UBC and give them information in regards to the application process and all of that. So hopefully this introduction to UBC will give you some answers to questions that you're looking for. Feel free to take a screenshot of the screen in front of you right now. It has my contact information, and you're more than welcome to reach out to me. So you likely have a lot of questions in terms of how do you apply to UBC, what programs are available, and all of that. And hopefully this little introduction will give you some of those answers. But again, feel free to reach out to us and also put your questions in the chat if you do have anything coming up throughout the presentation. So the things I'd like to cover today would be the academic excellence that we're known for, our 2 beautiful locations that you have to choose from, as well as some of the active learning that happens at UBC. So these are all of the things outside of the classroom that enrich your learning experience. If any of you have had the chance to be on our campus, I'm sure you are astounded by the beautiful nature of our campus. Once you are on campus, you'll see the diversity that we have. You'll see the innovation that we're known for. There are over 25,000 universities in the world, and we're ranked in the top 40. So you are poised to get a globally recognized degree that preps you for whether you're interested in working afterwards, going to grad school, and so on. We're also known as the most international university in North America. We have students from 166 different countries. This is represented in our faculty as well as students. So you're going to meet students all over the world. We really do bring the world to your doorstep. So UBC, we're one university with 2 different campuses and 2 very different experiences depending on the campus that you choose. So we have Vancouver as well as our Okanagan campus. Now you'll hear me refer to the Okanagan campus being situated in Kelowna. That's because the city it's located in is the city of Kelowna, which is surrounded by the Okanagan Valley. And that is why it's called the Okanagan campus. So this is where we are in the world. We're just north of Washington State in the US. It's about a 2-hour drive from Seattle to Vancouver. So let's talk a little bit about the city of Vancouver. It's Canada's 3rd largest city. 2.5 million people call Vancouver home. It is consistently ranked as one of the most livable places in the world. And it's not surprising because Vancouver pretty much has it all. I love the outdoor active lifestyle that British Columbia is known for. Vancouver is no different. You have the mountains, you have the ocean. Whether you're interested in athletics, so let's say you want to watch a game for the Vancouver Whitecaps, or you're interested in arts and culture and you want to go to the Vancouver International Film Festival, there is something for everyone. It's a very cosmopolitan, vibrant city. Our campus has about 45,000 undergraduate students. So it's like a little city on its own. You can see there the campus, and then in the background is the city of Vancouver, which is just about a 30-minute bus ride away. And then looking east to our Okanagan campus, it is about a 4-hour drive or a 1-hour flight. Both cities are connected to international airports. The city of Kelowna is ranked among the top 3 cities in Canada for quality of life. It's also an entrepreneurial city. It has a billion-dollar tech industry. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship or combining business and entrepreneurship with other subject areas that you're interested in, the Okanagan campus might be a great fit for you. We've got about 10,000 students at that campus, so it's a mid-sized campus. If you're looking for a smaller campus community to call home, think about the Okanagan campus. Now, in terms of all the other things that you can experience at UBC, I really encourage you to do your own research and look up the things that really interest you. So I'm just going to highlight quickly some of the things we have available. So there's research. If you're interested in pursuing your own research interests or possibly working with a professor, this is great, especially if you want to go on to graduate studies afterwards. We also have work experience, so the opportunity for you to work alongside doing your degree. It's called co-op, and our data shows that about 90% of students that participate in co-op will be offered a job within 3 months of graduating. Athletics, there's varsity athletics, clubs and associations, as well as study abroad with over 200 partners around the world. Now, in terms of the programs that we have available, we have 261 undergraduate majors to choose from. How it works in terms of applying to UBC is first you choose your campus. You have two choices. So you can either apply to 2 programs at one campus or 1 program at each campus. Now you do not need to select your major right off the bat. You select a degree program. So such as Bachelor of Arts, Science, and so on. Check the requirements, apply online at you.ubc.ca and submit your documents by March the 15th. So these are things like predicted grades, interim transcripts, and so on need to be in by March the 15th. In terms of how we assess our students, we are very competitive. We look at your academic performance. So we look at primarily grade 11 and grade 12, so your junior and senior year, but we also look at all throughout high school, what you did. We also look at supplementary information. So it's a holistic application process. We look at your personal profile. We look at some of our programs have a video interview, some require a portfolio, some have an audition, so it does range. And we also look at the breadth, the rigor, relevancy of what you've been studying. So have you challenged yourself? Are you taking IB, honors, and so on? Our application process is actually open right now. You can go online to yu.ubc.ca. I'd suggest bookmarking that page. And of course, you can get in touch with us if you have any questions. You apply directly to UBC. Thank you.
Perfect, Suchita. Thank you so much. Our next presenter will be from the Consulate General of Canada. Karen, I think you are up.
Do you see my screen? I don't see my screen.
I
do not see my screen.
Oh.
That's going to be a problem.
I did at one time see the screen. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. All right, I will start the time from here. Karen, you are up.
Thank you. My name is Karen Palmerini. I am the academic coordinator at the Canadian Consulate of Canada in Denver. My role is to promote study and research in Canada for high school students who want to study abroad. And why not choosing Canada? Canada has a lot to offer. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. Most of the university and colleges are distributed across most of the 10 provinces. Where to begin? So I wanted to highlight this useful resource that we have, the website educanada.ca, where you will find a university or college program. Anything you can think of studying, can be engineering or psychology, nursing, computer engineering, etc. You will find it, and you're going to have a list of all the institutions that offer this program. You also can find out how much the program costs, estimates tuition, program fee, books, supplies, groceries, transportation, and so on. Please make sure you identify your entry requirement as an international student. Now, if you are a Canadian student living in the US with your family, and you have a Canadian citizenship, then you will be recognized as a domestic student in Canada. I also want to mention that I do have brochures of Map of Canada with a list of all the institutions and colleges that are available. So if you contact me, I can send that to you. It will be useful as well to explore. What is important to know, the Canadian Consulate can facilitate introduction with Canadian university advisors. So if you have a an university in mind and you want to talk to one of their advisor counselors, I can provide the connection to them. The Canadian Consulate in Denver does not provide immigration and visa services. So if you need to apply online for study permit or work permit, it will be through the website of the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada. Why studying in Canada? There is a lot of reasons. One of them, for exposure to new culture and ideas, gain a different worldview, stimulate innovation, help develop cross-cultural competencies. Cost of studying, living is affordable, welcoming country with unique culture, and of course, high level of education. Canada ranks first for best quality of life. All institutions listed with Education Canada are accredited and your degree will be recognized all over the world. You take home more than a degree, it is a life experience. Many universities of Canada have a high level percentage of employability. You will have access to a job market in Canada or the US or anywhere else in the world once you complete your degree of your choice. The life of Canada. Just a picture to show you the diversity of Canada geographically, culturally, historically. Canada is a safe and stable country, outstanding education, outstanding healthcare system and advanced infrastructure, ethnically diverse with large immigrant population in many cities. Canada is tolerant and inclusive, respect human rights. Note that 50% of federal cabinet ministers are women. Learning in Canada, there is a consistent high quality education. No matter which institution you choose to study in Canada, it's going to be a good choice. The government of Canada is a top spender on public post-secondary education per capita. Invest a lot in their youth. Canadian institution offers many different credentials. If you choose to study it and obtain a university degree, bachelor degree, master degree, PhD, or a certificate or diploma for more applied degree, that's also fine. We have all the options for you. You also have possibility to study language. Canada is it's officially bilingual with a long tradition of teaching both English and French as a second language. So now if you do not speak French, this is okay. You can still live and study in Canada. And if you want to have this immersion and exposure, you have tons of opportunities as well in many provinces, such as Quebec, New Brunswick, even Ontario, and even British Columbia or Alberta. So you have lots of choice of university, as I mentioned. Canada is a thriving research culture. So undergraduate students will likely have the opportunity to conduct research at their institution with their professor. You have the choice to complete a degree hands-on program in the Institute of Technology, community colleges, polytechnics as well, or College of Applied Art and Technology. A few options in business administration, engineering and technology, science and biotechnology are some options to study. Study permit, I mentioned it. You can work on campus or outside campus while you study in Canada. You have high possibility of employability after graduation. And we do have many other offer of scholarship and government help. Please provide your question in the Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. So last up is Hult Hult International Business School, and it's Shauna. You should be able to share your screen from here.
Okay, getting there. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are not in Canada, but we're an international business school. I'm really excited to share our super unique program. My name is Shanna Didolf, and I'm the enrollment advisor for Colorado. And my colleague Ingrid De Anda is also here to answer questions. But we only have a few minutes, so I want to jump right in. So we're a business school. All students who study with us get a bachelor's in business administration, but they can choose to specialize in 5 areas: business analytics, entrepreneurship, finance, management, and marketing. They can also minor in computer science, design, or psychology. So all of that kind of sounds generic, of course, all of that sounds like business, but what makes us unique? We're truly global. That manifests itself in 2 ways. First, our student body. We have 137 different nationalities represented on campus. But what is truly unique about our international diversity is that no more than 8.5% of our student body comes from one nation. So this color wheel really represents the level of international diversity on campus. Everyone's a minority, and so they come in with a lot to learn from one another. Our faculty is also extremely diverse. They come from 45 different countries. The other side of being international is the fact that we have 5 international campuses: London, Boston, San Francisco, Dubai, and Shanghai. And so London, Boston, and San Francisco are all open to our undergrads year-round, and Shanghai and Dubai are available in the summer. So students often do what we call rotation, and for example, might start a year in Boston, spend a year in London, come back to Boston, spend a summer in London, and finish in San Francisco. It's really easy and seamless to do because once you're accepted to Hult, you're accepted to all of our campuses, and it is a contiguous degree. This is the location of our Boston campus. All of our campuses are centrally located in each city. Boston's campus is located on the banks of the Charles River in the heart of the Innovation Hub, walking distance to Harvard Square, beautiful campus. London is extremely centrally located as well. It's right near our booming tech city, Europe's kind of fastest growing startup hub. San Francisco campus is right on the San Francisco Bay, walking distance to Fisherman's Wharf. So all very central, intentionally designed to give students exposure to the cities they're in. Next, we're highly practical. So students learn by doing and come prepared for the future. An example of that is our challenge learning model. So each year, students participate in a different challenge, starting with a core challenge, working on a case study, startup challenge, creating a new product or service, design, develop, and promote it to a specific target audience. Social impact challenge in year 3. And the final year, we have a specialization challenge where we actually bring local companies or companies that exist in the cities of the campuses to bring a certain challenge that they're dealing with in the real world, and our students act as consultants. These are some of the companies that we've partnered with in this way. And it works. 99% of our graduates are employed within 6 months of graduating, and 56% are employed within in a country other than the one that they came from. This is a quick glimpse into our top 20 employers globally. And if you look at placement by function, the largest percentages of fields that students enter are actually directly aligned with our majors. Last piece, to elaborate a little bit more on sustainability, we can't really talk about sustainability without talking about the environment and social justice. Every course at Hult has a specific ethics or social impact component, so that we're not just making decisions to maximize profit, but also considering all of the externalities that come along with that. So application deadlines, these are probably pretty familiar, similar to a lot of American universities. The one that I want to mention specifically is early decision, November 1st, because if you do decide to apply at Hult and declare early decision, we award our students who do so and complete a bachelor's with a free 1-year master's program. So If you are interested, I'd advise that we get in touch soon so I can help you through that process. So what's next? I'm kind of wrapping up. We have a few webinar opportunities coming up, and I highly recommend that you attend. They range from student panels, information sessions for parents, actual webinars with professors to get a glimpse of what it's like to study at Hult. So if you're interested, please scan this QR code or go to tinyurl.com/talkhult. It's a quick Google form just to give me your name and your contact information so that I can follow up with you and make sure you have what you need. Thanks so much.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, everyone. I appreciate everyone who joined us. Let me show one last slide. Okay, so for those of you in the audience, as you click off this particular session, you will receive a 4-question survey, which we would appreciate your feedback. Just want to remind everybody that there are more sessions to actually sign up for. Please do so on the site that you signed up for this particular webinar, and the recording of this webinar will be on that particular site within 1 week. Thank you to the universities who presented to us and the Consulate General of Canada who presented to us. Please have a safe evening, and again, thank you for your time. Have a great night.